Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video for the December scrap party where I'm bringing you a video every day for the whole month of December. So today's video, I was started messing with it and then forgot that I hadn't started the camera. So what I've done is I've taken the stencil from Honeybee Designs and I used some Bow Bunny glitter paste, and it's like a nice copper kind of color, and just run it over that with my little rubber brush thing and I set it aside to dry. And then I pulled out this foiled vellum, which is from Chamel's. I'm not sure which collection, but it's from Chamel. And I just stuck a layer on there. Just maybe an 1/8 inch around each side of the photo. And then I decided just to give it a little bit more. I did a second layer. And then just trim that down as well. And you can see on that first layer before I added the second layer, I just ran my fingernail across like around the edge just to kind of give it, like pull it up a little bit and give it a little bit more dimension so that you could really see the two layers of vellum. I'll just give it a little bit more texture and a tiny bit of that copper color but because it's vellum, it won't take away from the rest of the layout. And then I've pulled out some circles that I punched because, like I said, I was playing around before I remembered to turn the camera on. So I've just punched out some circles. And then I took some of the colors away and decided I wanted to stick with more of just the pink and the red and this real pale blue of like the snowflakes that matches the background. So now I'm trimmed off the branding strip from that background paper and trying to decide where I want that photo. I was trying to center it over like between the lines so that when I do the circles, it all kind of lines up right. And thankfully on this paper, the lines really help me to place those circles. So I'm just placing them, I'm not randomly, but like random variation, and trying to keep like the same patterns kind of separated. So I got them all laid out. And then there's a couple places I want to turn into shaker cards. So it's these 3 dots that I left. I'm leaving as shaker cards. I'm cutting out with an X-Acto knife so that I can back the paper and make them into shaker cards later. So now I'll just cut those out with an X-Acto knife. And then because I'm going to stitch on my page in a minute, I'm not going to back them yet. I'll back them towards the end, you'll see. And then you'll see I'm going to put all the pieces back on. A couple of my pieces are not regular circles, but they worked perfectly because they were almost the exact same size, like that ornament. And then I punched some vellum pieces. A couple of those pieces are vellum, just clear, not the one with the rose gold. And then I pulled out a couple snowflakes to layer from the Snow and Cocoa, one of their die cut packs. So I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want things, moving things around. That snowflake down there, I wanted I didn't want to cover up the Santa, so I was trying to figure out which ones to switch with it so that I could layer it and then the Santa still shows, but not having too close to the other Santa. Some of it's just me being weird about it, but just trying to keep it all pretty spaced out color-wise or pattern-wise, I guess. So now I'm just going back and lightly adhering these pieces down. And then I went in and stitched straight down. You can't tell on here very well unless you look right in the middle of some of those darker circles, but I stitched all the way down each line. And then where the open circles are, I just cut the string in half and then pulled both strings to the back and stuck them down with washi tape. When I sew on paper, I just always pull the strings to the back and stick them down with washi tape because I don't want to chance it unraveling. I know some people aren't worried about that, but I don't know why it stresses me out. So just tape it down just to be safe. So you can tell my circles are still open. And what I was doing with that pink one, I kind of popped all the circles up a little bit on the sides where they're not stitched or adhered down. But I left those circles on the back open. I mean, the circles we cut with an X-Acto knife are still open. I've not done anything to them still, so don't worry about that. And then I'm popping the photo up with a single layer of craft foam just to give it a little extra dimension. And then the vellum, I'm adhering down just where you won't see the adhesive. There we go. And then on the vellum, I'll end up adding stuff to it later so that you can't see where the adhesive is. And then that little gold bow, I was going to add baker's twine to the top of that ornament, and then I just didn't want to deal with it, and I couldn't figure out how I was going to tie it on and make it look right. But then I remembered those gold bows are from Target, and that just worked out perfectly. I love how that looks. And then I pulled out these little trees, which are also from Target, and added that to one of the one of the vellum pieces. So now I turn it over. I'm going to do the shaker parts. And I'm just adding adhesive around the outside of these circles so that I can add these transparency sheets. And this piece I tried on that one, but the adhesive was too close that it was overlapping the circle. So I put it on the other one, and then I was more careful with my adhesive on the next one. So I've got all three of them are backed with transparency sheet. And then now I'm taking tiny foam squares and just encircling the whole thing. And you just want to make sure that your sides are all your squares are touching so that your stuff doesn't escape. So now I just added all the sequins that I wanted. They're all from that little sequin mix that I had on the table earlier. And they're all pretty full because I wanted you to actually be able to see it. And then I used some more of that paper, that like off-white paper with the snowflakes from the snowflake collection from Crepe Paper to back them. And so now I just pulled out the sticker sheet from the snowflake collection, and I'm just gonna pull some snowflakes, that's funny, from that sticker sheet and just stick them around the page on some of these circles. And then I was adding that copper stars from this the snowflake collection sticker sheet as well. And then I went back and added more adhesive just right behind where the sticker was placed so that you won't be able to see the adhesive behind the vellum. So still just kind of playing with where everything is and adding little embellishments. And then you can also see the little copper colored, that star I added just now, I will not leave there. I will change my mind. But that little copper colored word sticker that says snow on the bottom right, I added that, but I did not want it for the word. I just wanted it for that pop of copper. So I'm going to add something over the top of it later. And then I find this cute little tree that I'm going to place there. But weirdly enough, these, they're kind of enamel-y, puffy stickers from the Snowflake collection from American Crafts, or from Crepe Paper. Well, they're all American Crafts. But they have, when you peel them off, it's like the adhesive doesn't work anymore. So you have to use liquid adhesive. Oh, and then I went ahead and adhered the photo down for real, I think. And just still adding more of these little copper accents, little stars. Just to bring some more of that copper around the page. And I like how this turned out. I originally had like a mustard yellow with this, but I like how it turned out with just the red and pink as really the pops of color. I do have a little bit of white and cream and craft, but it all is like kind of neutrals. Even the copper is pretty neutral, and then just those pops of pink and red. And then I think after that I will add some little word stickers in a minute, and then that's about it. Oh no, I do add a title. Duh. I will add the title right here over the picture. And I think it says wonder and joy. So there's the wonder and then joy, and I tucked joy under the edge. Those are from, I think they're from a Maggie Holmes collection from years ago, maybe Shine On. And they're like some of my favorite thickers. I think I have like 3 or 4 packs of them. Every time I find them, especially like on Tuesday morning, I buy another pack of them. And then I just write the year up there at the top. I don't need the exact date because obviously it was during Christmas season because the tree's up. And then I add these word stickers, and that's pretty much about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe, because I will have another video tomorrow and every day for the rest of December. Have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.